What's up, y'all? It's your boy AJ, and this is AJ Reacts 2. I got my main man, Basic Entertainment, in the building. We are going to rank every single Batman, the actor, and then we're going to rank every single film. I had to catch up on these films. I hadn't seen anything before Batman Begins, before this project, so uh, let us know what got you into Batman. You know, what's your history with it, man?
Well, my history with Batman, it goes back to, I don't know if you remember, like the Fox Kids TV show, and
Oh
then
yeah,
those, and then
hmm
watching the Batman Bruce Timm cartoons. Honestly, those are my favorite adaptations of those DC characters. So that's how I started out Batman. I went to go watch Dark Knight in theaters, Dark Knight Rises at the theaters. Very hyped up. Very hyped up.
Did you see Batman Begins in the theaters?
No, I was
Okay. So Dark Knight was your first one you saw in the theaters.
first one, and after that, I remember buying a Lego Batman set. So it was Batman all over the place. Yeah. So,
Kind of same for me. I enjoyed Batman from the animated series that dropped years ago, and then there was an animated series that I don't think many people have heard of. It was on Kids WB, like Saturday morning cartoons. It was called The Batman, like Robert Pattinson's like Robert Pattinson's The Batman is titled now, coming out next year, hopefully. We really don't know with all the delays happening.
We
know
don't
what I'm saying? But
yeah,
so that's how I got into Batman, and I saw Batman Begins in the theaters. That was my first encounter with a live action Batman. And I actually, like I said, I hadn't seen anything before Batman Begins, like the Michael Keaton, the not Ben Affleck, the Michael Keaton, the Val Kilmer, the George Clooney, none of that. And honestly, before last night, I didn't know that Val Kilmer was in that role at all, ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this man? What is going on here? But so we'll get into how we feel about those films and everything. So we are going to start with the actors. So we're going to do two different tier lists. So we're going to do the actors and then the films. So we're going to start off with the actors. And the first actor we have here on the list is Batfleck. What are your thoughts on Batfleck, man?
Batfleck, Ben Affleck. I like my boy Ben. He's he's a very likable guy to me. But he was in those Batman role. I thought he was good at capturing a big muscle type Batman, and just the way how he's written, like all this stuff. He's an old Batman, so all those classic storylines are already gone. Those days are behind him, and
you like that?
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I did not like that Snyder decided to just go with a older Batman, and really just canceling a bunch of stories that he could have told. So, I like Ben, captures all that. I'm gonna put him at good.
Okay. And before we even get into it, I forgot to let y'all know that the categories. So, fantastic, great, good, just okay, and bad. So you're thinking good for Ben Affleck's Batman.
I got good right now, but
okay.
We'll see what the Snyder cut. But I know we'll see because Snyder's a big Batman fan, and he did give him a bunch of love. I mean, he has Batman doing the most. In the Snyder cut trailer, you saw him using his what's called his armory. I want to say that against those parademons, like if it's like a super shield or something like that. So
and that was pretty dope from the trailer.
He's Ben Affleck's Batman's a lot of candy, but no real substance from him.
Oh, that is very well put, because that's exactly how I feel about this character.
All candy.
And I was gonna get into this a little bit later when we get into our other films, because when we rank the films, because I think that Ben Affleck, Zack Snyder should have started with. This is what they should have started with. I don't even know if it's even up to Zack Snyder, but they should have started with Ben Affleck having his own solo film. Exploring the detective-esque, the detective role, that Batman takes and is essential to his character. I think that they should have started off with that, and we would have enjoyed BVS more, and we would have enjoyed Justice League more, because we had that backstory, we had that kind of origin, not necessarily showing Martha and Thomas and all that, but we had an origin of this actor, in this role. So,
and that's the biggest fault of the DCU is that they didn't really build up to the Justice League. That's the number one complaint I hear all the time.
Yeah, and yeah, we did get a little bit of an origin in BVS, like at the beginning. They're leaving the theater and all that.
Rushed. Yeah,
it was rushed, and I think it just the aspects that they showed of the origin weren't the most impactful that we needed to see.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say I can go good with Ben Affleck because he does have some amazing moves, action moves, and his fighting style is dope. Probably
and his suits are pretty cool.
The suits is dope too. The suits are dope. So I would say good. He has some good things about him. Some downfalls, but I would say good as well. We're gonna go with good. All right. So moving on to Christian Bale's Batman. How you feeling, man? How you feeling about that?
Christian Bale Batman is great. His Bruce Wayne is great. He's a great actor. But the one major thing that holds him back is how he looks in the suit. I think he looks too skinny, small, not really look like a guy who could fight. And also Nolan did not know how to direct action, so he really has some lackluster action scenes, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go great with him. I think he's not the peak Batman that I think we should have in the movies. What we're looking for too, but he's great. He's just great. Do you
see Zack Snyder in the Snyder Cut making Ben Affleck a better Batman than Christian Bale?
No.
It's
gonna be all in the Justice League Snyder Cut. It's gonna be all candy. I already saw in the trailer. It's all candy. Candy is great, but if you eat it too much, you're gonna get it's not real healthy. I want a dinner, a full plate dinner. I did not get that with Ben. I'm sorry.
Okay. So we'll go great with I don't know. I feel I'm leaning towards fantastic, but I do acknowledge that he does look a little wonky in the suit. And also, I feel like his voice, man, it bothers me. The Batman voice bothers me. But he is a dope Bruce Wayne. I love Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. He is my favorite Bruce Wayne. I don't know if I would say favorite Batman.
Nah, not for me.
I don't know, man.
Until my boy Patterson comes over here and takes that mantle. But
so
far, he's my ideal cinematic Batman right now.
Okay. All right, so moving on to this Joker, Val Kilmer. Do we even really need to talk about it that much? I don't know. Like,
honestly, hot take. He's just okay. He's just okay. His Bruce Wayne wasn't bad. I think
he looks the part. I feel like he looks the part.
He looks the part, but he wasn't really like, I don't know, like, oh my god, like Val Kilmer stole this role. Like he was just kind of like going through the motions, not really like. But he looks the part when it comes to Bruce.
Yes, agreed.
But
I don't feel like he acts the part. I didn't feel like he acted the part of Bruce. He was very dull, and that really doesn't have a whole lot to do with Val Kilmer because I feel like he is a fine actor, and I think he was just going with Schumacher's vision, but. Yeah, that whole film for me, it just was, and we'll get into the films a little later. But I'm leaning towards bad, man. I'm leaning towards bad for Kilmer.
I just think Joe Schumacher, the original Batman Forever cut, would have helped him out a little bit more. But we'll get into that in a bit.
Okay. So I mean, I want to go bad. Are you still just okay? I want to go.
I'm just okay. I'm just okay for him. Okay. But if you want to put bad, I can see it too. I'm
gonna put bad. I'm gonna go bad with Kilmer. I'm gonna go bad with
thinking
Kilmer.
About it too.
I'll let the viewers know that you feel that he's just okay, but I don't know. I'm just feel like he's bad. Okay, so moving on to Lego Batman. Lego Batman, Will Arnett's voice. That's really all we have to go on. And the animation we could go on. So, have you seen this film?
Yeah, I saw it when it came out. When
it came out, real quick. When it came out, I didn't. I saw like maybe an hour of it, and then I never returned to it. So I never finished this film, but it was good from what I saw, and I really enjoyed Will Arnett's voice, as Batman.
Yeah, for Will Arnett's Batman. There's nothing else you could say. It's funny, it's for kids.
Yeah.
The Lego Batman movie has so much Easter eggs for those hardcore Batman fans, and it was a great movie for the kids and family and stuff. So I'm just gonna go good for Will Arnett's Batman.
Yeah, let's do good. Let's do good, because that's from what I saw of it. It was good. So we got 2 more left. This one is, which one is this? Keaton. Michael Keaton.
Ooh, I got some hot takes here.
Okay, let's hear it. I want to hear it.
Michael Keaton is not a great Batman.
Ooh.
He's not a good Bruce Wayne. He's not a good Batman. He in the movies. Got to bring up the movies real quick, but
no, you good.
Burton did not care for Bruce Wayne or Batman. He just didn't. And
you could tell, man. You could tell.
The suit was cool, but that whole movie stuff, with the neck, it's a little bit, it's in the time.
He couldn't even he couldn't even move.
Yeah, that Batmobile is great. I like the Batmobile, but Michael Keaton as Batman is not good. I'm put bad for Michael Keaton as Batman.
Ooh,
not like
really.
Batman. And him coming in and Flashpoint is like, okay, you're coming in, but I just saw. What does that mean to me if your first 2 movies were just like when what's her name? Who's the reporter? The reporter asked him
Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale. He's like, why are you Batman? Just because I have to. But why are you Batman? Because I have to. What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know, man.
Burton, he's a good filmmaker. I will say that. But I don't feel like his vision. He didn't really know the character. Like, he doesn't really care about the character like somebody like Matt Reeves. You could tell from the DC Fandom interview with Matt Reeves that he cares about this character. He cares about this world. He has a vision for this world. So, I don't feel like Tim Burton has that same vision or had that same vision with these, first 2 films. But we're going to get into the films. But with this particular Batman, I don't know. You think Keaton would have been, if somebody else directed and wrote these films?
Yeah, he would have been way better.
He would have been a lot better. Okay.
He just doesn't even look like Bruce Wayne to me. Like,
agreed.
He kind of has a curly hair type.
Agreed.
It needs to be the slip back. He's kind of small, so yeah, I'm just not big on Michael Keaton.
You feel like Batman has to be kind of big, kind of beefy,
a little beefy, a little tall.
Okay. Because I feel like you enjoy Batfleck because of that.
Yeah, because of that. But I don't enjoy the way the story was concept of Ben Affleck's Batman. But Ben Affleck's Batman looks like Batman. Michael Keaton does not look like Batman to me.
I feel that. So we'll go bad with Keaton. We'll go bad with Keaton. Okay, so last one. Oh well. I thought we already did this one. Oh, this is Clooney.
Clooney,
I'm getting confused. So this is Clooney. Last one. How do you feel, man?
He's bad. He's so awful. I mean, oh my God, he comes out. Hello, Mr. Freeze. I'm Batman. He doesn't even put no effort to it. George Clooney just went in there to get a check and he walked out. That's basically what it was.
I feel you on that. But the thing about this one is he was only in one film, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't hate that film. Because this is why. Hear me out. This is why I didn't hate this film, because I didn't take it seriously at all.
Oh yeah, that's
I said, okay, this movie, this is a joke. This is not. Yeah. This is not. This is gimmicky. It's Schumacher, and after coming off of, because I watched them back to back. After coming off of Batman Forever, I was like, okay, he wanted to go the comedy route, and that's what it is, and it was just a joke to me. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman. I feel like Uma Thurman could have really done a good job, as this character as Ivy, but in the hands that it was in, it just did not work out at all. It didn't work. But Clooney, we'll go bad with Clooney.
Yeah, he's bad.
So this is our list. We're done with the first portion. Do you have anything that you want to change on the list?
I just want to say, man, those Batmans, those those three Batmans in the bottom are just they're not good at all. None of them.
I hadn't seen any of these Batmans until yesterday and today.
I'm just glad Nolan came to save this franchise because after Batman and Robin it was so dead.
Yeah.
So dead. It was in a direction
for a very
it didn't need to be. Yeah.
For a long time. It was just like Batman's a joke.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's just what it is. And he's never going to come back from that. And then Nolan was like, you know what? Bet.
Yeah, dig him out in the grave.
Right, exactly. So we're going to switch over to the other. I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. I don't know exactly how to do that. So bear with me. And we're going to switch over to the other tier list. Stop screen. And then share screen. Let's see. There we go. Hey, ooh. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer one, but that's all right. So we kind of already talked about Batman 89. We kind of talked about all of them, honestly, but yeah. Batman 89, the movie as a whole, you know, with Nicholson as Joker. How do you feel about it? Like, you know, as a whole, not just the Batman.
As the movie, it wasn't bad. Jack Nicholson does carry it, but his morals too are kind of messed up. He's like he just wants to. He's like he says, "Oh, I just want my face on a dollar bill." Like that's all he wants, and it's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, the motives. But
the movie itself, you got to give credit that Tim Burton helped out Batman to be that dark, serious. You know, took it more serious after Adam West. So I'm just gonna go good for the Batman 89.
Yes. So you said good?
I say good, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. After you we talked about it a little bit, I wasn't expecting that. That's
it's the
awesome.
Second one that completely ruins it, but we'll get into that.
Really? Okay, we'll get into that. I think Batman 89 is good as well. Yeah. I had a good time watching it. I did watch it with some commentary, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I know it's kind of dated and it's a product of its time, but you know, I enjoyed it for what it was, so I will go good as well. Nicholson, I think he stole the show. He might be my favorite. No. I have to say he I have to say I do enjoy Nicholson a lot as Joker, though. Yeah. I will say that. So moving on to Batman and Robin. This is the fourth film.
This movie right here is a childhood memory. I remember used to having a DVD, always used to watch it. Arnold is classic in this movie. The puns, he's like chill out.
Yes.
So cool. Oh my god. Those puns are so corny and cheesy.
It's so corny.
But only Arnold could have pulled it off. Yeah. I'm gonna go, and you know what? Not even that too. On the road note, Batman and Robin has some things, some story beats, some storylines that it could have been great. That whole Alfred thing, him being sick, that actually, if you take that story concept and give it to a different director, it would have been absolutely way better than what we got.
Very true.
But yeah, Batman and Robin is just okay for me. You gotta understand the movies is a joke. Once you understand that, you have some fun with it.
That's what I had to do, man, because I just watched it like not even like an hour ago, and I was like, this film is super silly. It's silly. Yeah. Like that's the perfect word for it. It's silly. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it and I liked it a lot more than Batman Forever. Batman Forever. I think I was kind of taking it seriously.
Yeah.
After coming off of Batman Returns, I think I was taking it more seriously than I should have. But yeah, so I would say just okay, because it is and just okay film, but I had fun with it. We're kind of going all over the place with Nolan and Schumacher and Burton and Snyder and all that, but this one is Batman Begins.
Yeah,
this is the first one that I've seen in the theater.
I actually just watched this one yesterday. Batman Begins, not bad, good origin movie, but I did not like the way how they did my boy Scarecrow. Scarecrow is one of my favorite villains, and this dude gets taken out by a taser. Did not like that, but then again, too, it's a good origin. It's a good origin. They spent the whole almost half of the movie at training Bruce training with the League of Shadows, which is I like that. You know, so I'll go good. I'll go good for Batman Begins.
Yeah, I honestly I would go great with Batman Begins because I think it pays off. It's kind of a slow burn throughout the film because he is training with the League of Assassins and Ra's al Ghul and all that. He turns out Liam Neeson. He turns out to be the bad guy, and I mean, if you don't know the lore, if you don't know the mythos of the character, then you wouldn't really know that Ra's al Ghul was the bad guy. And when I watched it the first time, going to the theater, seeing it when it first came out, I didn't know anything about Ra's al Ghul. So it was a huge twist to me. Yeah. It was a huge twist to me. And I don't know. I might go with great, man.
I don't blame you. Batman Begins does some great things that a lot of superhero movies don't do these days. So I can see that. I can see that.
Okay. I don't want to push you to that, but I just really enjoy this film, and I think it doesn't get enough praise because I don't think it's appreciated enough as an origin story.
You have Dark Knight Rises that overshadows it.
Yeah, exactly. Gets more buzz for sure. So we're going into Batman Forever. This one has Kilmer.
This movie was bad, absolutely awful. I hated not Joker. Well, they are Jokers. Riddler and Two-Face are Jokers in his movies. They're buffoons, clowns.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely horrible. But you get the Robin suit. He looks cool.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm just trying to think little things that I like from this movie because it's very hard for me to like. Don't like this movie. It's bad.
Nicole Kidman. That's one thing I liked. That's one thing I liked in this film. Not her acting, but
yeah. It's the one thing that I hated about these Batman movies. It goes from Michael Keaton to Joel Schumacher.
Okay.
They did not know how to use Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon was a buffoon in all these movies. He comes out Batman and Robin with a freaking pajamas on. Like, are you serious? Oh my god!
Like I said, these films are kind of a joke, man. They are. Gordon wasn't used well until Batman Begins. Nolan's films.
Gordon was not Gordon. That's a Great Valley version of Gordon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
Exactly. So yeah, I would definitely say bad for that film. Batman Returns. I feel like you have some takes on this film. What do you feel about Batman Returns?
I don't like this movie at all.
Really?
No. Michael Keaton once again going through the motions. Danny DeVito as Penguin, he's cool, but it's like I don't really like how he was used. He has these goons that are like Joker will use these type of goons, these like circus clowns and stuff. And the only thing that I really truly did like about this movie is the Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle connection.
Bro,
how they know each other, but they they know who they are basically.
Yeah,
so that was good, but.
Okay. Before I get into what I need to say, where would you put it? Where would you put it on the list?
I put bad. Ooh. I did not like.
How did I know that was coming? How did I know?
It felt too much. What's another problem? It felt too much like Tim Burton, like was taking too much of a control.
That's true. It did feel very Tim Burton-ish. Yeah. And that's what he does in his films. He takes, whatever he, is working on in it, he makes it his. So that's Tim Burton to the core. You can feel it in every character. You can feel the Tim Burton-ness.
Yeah, I did not like it.
But something I really enjoyed about this film, I enjoyed Michelle Pfeiffer as Selena Kyle / Catwoman. I enjoyed her performance. I thought it was well done. She carried the film for me.
Yeah.
She carried the film for me, and the relationship between her and Bruce was kind of interesting. It was interesting to me, but just her whole story for me is what makes it interesting. What were you going to say?
Don't you feel it's kind of ridiculous how she falls from a freaking tower? She falls down the ground, and bunch of cats out of nowhere
start biting.
The next day, she started doing cartwheels and
backflips down the alley.
I couldn't get with that. I'm sorry, I couldn't get with that.
I feel you, and I don't know. Like back in the day, I kind of wish that I could watch it when it came out, and like see how I felt about it around that time period, because I know that this was kind of all the rage back then.
Yeah,
but now we look at it and we laugh like this is just it's goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I would go bad for this film, but there were aspects that I really enjoy, especially Michelle Pfeiffer's character. So we're moving on to BVS. How do you feel about BVS? I don't know. I didn't get that take from you.
BVS, man, there's so much to say about BVS, but going off the ultimate cut of BVS, it's not bad. It's like a C plus to me.
Really?
It's not bad,
Okay.
but as like a world building type of universe, it's not good. Batman in the movie though is badass. I mean, he is doing some, the action scenes and stuff, but he in this movie was killing people. He has no morals, no real
Yeah.
depth to, no real layers to him. But seeing Ben as Batman fighting the warehouse scene is great. I still
The
appreciate
warehouse
that.
scene, bro. I just watched the warehouse scene. It is top notch action.
Sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes I'll be bored at the house and I'll just put that thing on like on YouTube, just find it, and I'll just
Yeah.
watch it. It's very entertaining. It's one of my favorite action
It's
scenes.
cold, bro. It
Yeah.
is. It really is.
Yeah.
But a movie as a whole and Batman, in this film and how he plays off the characters and such, I would say bad. That's just me. Are you like feeling like just okay, or
I got just okay for this one. I don't think it's super horrible as some people make it seem like.
yeah?
But it's not bad to me.
See, BVS is the bottom of my DCEU ranking.
Really?
So that's why I, kind of feel that way. But I can admit that warehouse scene is dope.
Yeah.
So I can go just okay for sure. Dark Knight Rises is next.
Whew, man, we're watching this in theaters, super hyped up. Tom Hardy's Bane has grown on me on the past years.
Mm-hmm.
That fight scene with him and Batman and like where like it was like a battle cave in the cave.
Yeah.
Silence. Tom Hardy with the epic quotes. I'm gonna go great on this one. I'm really feeling Dark Knight Rises. There's some what's it called? Some little things here and there I would have switched up, like some uncharacteristic stuff from Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
But at the end, I think it does the trilogy. It wraps it up in a bow pretty nicely. To be honest with you.
Okay. Let me pose you this question: do you feel like this Bruce Wayne / Batman in this film is better than in The Dark Knight or Batman Begins?
No.
Or it's just about the same?
No, Dark Knight has the best. Dark Knight and Batman Begins have the best Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne taking 8 years off of being Batman is completely uncharacteristic. I did not know. I can't just see him doing that.
True. So, did you say fantastic or great?
I say great. Yeah.
Okay, I can put it in great. I can. Dark Knight Rises. If I was going to give this film, a tier ranking without, just as a whole, the movie as a whole, I would say just okay. Honestly.
Yeah.
Bane. I don't think his character has grown on me. I
really?
Enjoy the scene in the cave or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like Anne Hathaway, so I can't.
Whatever. Yeah.
And it's not just her character in this film. It's like every character that she's done. Devil Wears Prada is cool. Have you seen Devil Wears Prada? It's kind of a chick flick, but
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Anne Hathaway. Yeah, but I can go great as far as Bruce Wayne and Batman are concerned for this film. So we're moving on to Justice League. How do you feel about Batman taking this role, like a Nick Fury type role, getting the band together? That's so uncharacteristic, out of its characteristics. Yeah. What do you think about that, man?
Well, he would never do that at all. Batman doesn't even like he always says, "Oh, I'm alone with the Justice League."
He hates people.
Yeah. This was all Snyder just trying to make him like more than he is. That he was trying to get Superman out of here so we could get Batman to do all this stuff that Superman should have done. Did not like this movie. It's very cheesy, very corny. It has some enjoyable action scenes, but yeah, I'm gonna go bad with this one. And his Batman too was kind of uncharacteristic too.
Yes,
the way how he talked to Diana was uncharacteristic and all that stuff.
I agree. How do you feel about Batman or Bruce Wayne's relationship with Alfred in these films? Jeremy Irons.
I don't feel like it's emotional. I just feel like he's like just another like a guy who's like a sidekick almost, you know, watching from
Yeah,
computers.
yeah,
The
because
guy
he's
in the
like on the
computer, yeah,
computers and like controlling things, and
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there are a few sequences where he gives him advice and he's kind of teaching him things. So he's kind of like a mentor, but I feel like it doesn't seem like he's been there all his life.
yeah. It doesn't seem like that at all. No,
And that's what Alfred is. Alfred is, his childhood butler. He raised him basically.
yeah,
He's kind of like a father figure, and it didn't feel like they had that connection in these films. So yeah, I would go bad for this as well, because it's just uncharacter. I don't know why I struggle with that word. It's not. It goes against his characteristics of
yeah.
the lore and the mythos of that character. So yeah, I have to go bad. So I just threw this one in here. Lego Batman, Lego Batman again. How we feel about it as the movie Batman's concerned, the characters, how Bruce Wayne's plays off of these characters. How do we feel about this, man?
It's not bad. It's great. For a kids cartoon movie, the Lego movies from Warner Bros. Have been pretty good, pretty solid. Not bad. I'll go great
Okay,
as a
okay,
family movie.
pretty great. I would agree from what I've seen of it, and I guess for me, I say the best for last.
Oh yeah,
What do you feel about The Dark Knight, my bro?
it's fantastic. It's one of the best comic movies of all time. It put Batman and superhero movies in this pedestal, right?
Yeah.
And this movie created some knockoff movies, if you want to say, The Amazing Spider-Man. Remember at that time, there was a bunch of movies trying to be like The Dark Knight, and they really couldn't pull it off. So
they couldn't, especially Spider-Man. That's a strange character to try to compare to Batman.
How can you? What is there to say about The Dark Knight? It's one of the best movies of all time. I'm gonna go fantastic. Heath Ledger, Joker, the scenes, the cinematography, it's great, man.
For sure. And I hadn't seen it in a really long time, and then I rewatched it earlier today.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to finish it all, but I saw enough. I saw like an hour and a half of it. Man, if we were talking about Heath Ledger's character, like beyond fantastic. I felt the eeriness, outside of the screen, bro.
Yeah.
I was getting shivers down my own spine. Huh?
People always forget about Two-Face. Two-Face was great too in this movie.
He was Harvey Dent.
This movie is great. It needs to be in the fantastic side.
For sure. And before we go, how do you feel about the Batmobiles? Which ones are your favorites?
Ooh, I like the one from BVS. I think that's my favorite one.
Oh yeah. I
honestly
feel like
I don't like the Tumbler from the Dark Knight.
See, I was gonna say the Tumbler. I love the Tumbler. See, Batman Begins is where I began with the live action Batman. So like almost everything about those films are like my favorites. So like Christian Bale is my favorite. The Tumbler is my favorite. Michael Caine is my favorite Alfred. Like all those things like are my favorite. It might be bias because that's what I grew up with. But I love the Tumbler. It's not practical. Okay, I admit it's not practical. It's beefy. It's big, but I enjoy it. And then when in The Dark Knight, when the bat cycle comes out of it,
oh, that was cool.
That was slick, cool, bro. Like it took both of those, like the side wheels, and like popped out of it. Next level, man. I don't know. Tumbler is probably my favorite. I actually enjoyed 89's Batmobile.
Yeah, that was not bad. The only thing I'll take out is the circle in front, that little circle thing. If it's kind of noticeable. I don't really like that, but yeah, that one's pretty cool. Just don't like it. Also, too, is cheap because Batman Forever he just punches through the Batmobile and just grabs a little device that Penguin put on him, which was pretty stupid.
Yeah, that was the interesting take that they did with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are done with our tier list. Is there anything on here that you want to switch around, or you feeling pretty good about this list too?
Just prediction right here. By the time next year ends, the Batman will be up there in the Fantastic, bro.
In the Fantastic, you really thinking that?
I have all my chips in on Batman. I just can't wait for the movie.
So what if it's not good? What if it sucks?
Ooh, man, you're gonna see Rand on my channel, Basic Entertainment. That's for sure.
And that brings us, okay, that's a perfect segue. Where can
Yeah.
we find you, bro? Where can we find you? What do you do? Let us know.
You guys can find me at Basic Entertainment here on YouTube. We do movie reviews. Sometimes we're gonna start bringing back music. We're gonna probably bring back gaming, but we do movie commentary, reactions, all that stuff. And follow. I have 5 Instagram accounts. I have a movie account for 24/7 news, sports, music, gaming, and streetwear/tech. Those are 24/7 news outlets. On my IG, Basic Entertain. Go follow me there. And yeah, man, I love movies, and I'm gonna continue to grow and just push out these videos.
That's what's up, bro. That is what's up. This man, this is, well, this way. This man, I get all of my movie news from this dude. Like,
Oh yeah,
whenever I'm on Instagram, you see me always retweeting, well, not retweeting, but like
reposting. Yeah.
reposting this man's content because he has the movie news. So if you are
Oh, yeah.
interested in all that kind of stuff, check him out. As far as my channel is concerned, I'm AJ Reacts 2. You're already on my YouTube channel. So, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. AJ Reacts 2, as well as Twitch and Letterboxd. I review every single movie that I watch on Letterboxd. And as far as the content is concerned, it's still collab month. And so we have some awesome YouTubers coming by the channel, checking us out, hanging out, talking about movies, music, TV shows, all that. So yeah, this is AJ Reacts 2, and thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.